Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Australian Esports League high school competition for Rocket League. I hope you're all having a cracking weekend because we have some exciting games to supplement the good vibes. I am Mendrix, and before we do kick off the day with PCC and ASC, let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors. AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide the best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. Power your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks. When you need speed, control, and zero distractions, Officeworks has got the tech. Discover gaming gear made to handle serious play. Indomie the Noodle partner, made with the high quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie meringue will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocers or at indomie.com.au. Beautiful stuff. And with that, I believe we do have the teams just about ready to get into the action. I'm very keen to jump into it. Like I said, it is going to be ASC up against PCC. So we should be ready to jump into it now. I see the players jumping on into the action now, so without any further ado, let's jump on into the games. There we go, jumping on through first. Blue Ninja, we'll just send it across to ASD. ASD, of course, full boost. We'll want to look to take that to full field. And this is that last bit of a touch at the end there, so she's going to have to let it go. Winter now wants to make a run for it, but will be shut down by Friel. ASD once again pushing it towards the center. No one in position just to jump onto it just yet, but nice, quick, easy start for both these teams. Just a bit of an ebb and flow, a bit of a push here, of course, just feeling each other out. Again, it's the first game of the day. Everyone's had a chance to warm up a little bit, but really the action is underway now, and Friel kicks off the first goal of the day. See, he gets a nice little hit there, manages to beat Meccano. And then with limited boost from both Winter and Friel. Friel, of course, just having a little bit of an edge, knowing where that ball is going to immediately redirect, whereas Winter sitting behind the ball, not too sure if he's going to be able to make the hit, unable to get there first. But this might be a quick return. No, ASD makes the read, quickly gets the save. We're back down into it. Bit of boost being stolen away. Winter trying to make another play. Sends it to the center. It will be cleared by PCC. Now continue to make that move come across. Back towards the center. Now things just sort of chilling out once again. A bit of an ebb and flow as these teams feel each other out. Continue and go through. Ball's going to drop. Bit awkward, but they get it out. Bit of demo action happening as well at the same time. Tries to get it through, gets speed onto two. It's just Friel left, goes for a Doomsy. It's not going to be enough. ASD there to stop any possible chance of another attack coming through. So now uses the ceiling, unable to get a decent touch, but Blue Ninja continues the attack. Friel jumps in, it's a bit of a miss. Meccano tries to get it back to Blue Ninja, but Toro's going to run away with it. Counter-attack, short-lived, but Winter able to bring that back around. Toro tried to get it up there, but Winter did such a good job of dropping it down, actually get a bump onto ASD. And Friel was just a little bit slow, trying to get their bearings on where that ball might land on the redirect, but Friel's just in the zone at that moment. Completely able to just move the ball freely, gets the goal, evens up the scoreline. Winter gets the B into Toro, continue to go through, runs out of boost, so Friel will handle that runaway ball. Winter now competing with ASD, will be ASD to come out on top. Decent center, but no one's in position to immediately jump on the free ball, and it will get cleared. Meccano gets stopped by Friel. Ball's going to go cross field. Has to grab that boost. Might get demoed for their trouble, and they will. Meccano tries to slow down the ball just above the goalpost, but isn't going to get what they want. Ball would go completely clear and wide, and continue on. Maybe a counter attack here for PCC. Center comes through. It's going to be stopped. Once again, another attempt. Ball stuck in the corner now for a little bit. Let's see if they can get it out. Winter, big strike. It's the beat over Tora, but then swing and a miss. Unable to take advantage of the recovering PCC team. Tora goes up high. Pass to ASD, gets it overhead. They get it out. Looking to put some pressure back on ASC. Winter. Can't beat Tora. Not Nakano. Held the third man position perfectly. Continues the attack. Not Nakano gets through. Love to see how this bounce played out. Friel, bit of a soft touch. ASD unable to follow through. And Tora just not in position. And not Nakano taking advantage of the confusion. Puts it away. Gives ASC the lead. Still plenty of time on the clock here. Very close scoreline between both the teams. Still anyone's game at this moment. Tora can't quite get the flip reset. Nice little drop. Winter gets the save. Big strike from Nakano is going to force two players to commit to the defense. But they're not going to get punished for the double commit. Beats one. Friel will not be fooled by the bounce. Nice good hit from ASD. Forces Blue Ninja to awkwardly save that. It's a soft save. Winter. Plenty of boosts. We'll be able to guide the ball out. Even gets the beat onto Friel as well. Tora sends it back. Post is going to be the friend for the time being. Blue Ninja gets it overhead. Has to beat Tora. We'll get it. Open goal just temporarily, but too much pressure was on the ball, too much pace, unable to get around it. Gives enough time for PCC to recover. They haven't quite locked the game away, but with 20 seconds left on the clock, it's getting closer and closer to being a Game 1 win for ASC. PCC need to pull something out of their pocket right now. They've got a trump card that needs to come through. That's not what you want. Unfortunately, ball's looking to drop, and it will go down, and ASC come out on top at the very end there. Good stuff across the board. Quick look at that scoreline as well. We can see Winter on top for ASC. They're doing a number of the points there, mostly saves, but contributing that goal as well. And we'll get ourselves reset up here as the teams reset. Of course, best of 5 series. Let's see what they can do. These players, they are mean business. They don't want to stop. We're straight back into it. They don't need a break. The schools are generating absolute machines when it comes to the discipline and ready to just jump right back into the action. Not Nakano. Can't be ASD. Winter follows through again. Too much pace on the ball. It will go across the post. Friel gets beat up by Blue Ninja. PCC need to stabilize a little bit here. I think maybe that first game loss shaking them a little bit. They seemed ready to jump back into the action immediately, but ASC looking a little bit cleaner for the time being as I say that. Tora. Decent job there. Not Nakano goes for the flip reset. Can't quite get the full advantage out of it, so it will be saved by ASD. Good read there. Good discipline to hold that line. Winter uses the wall. Gets a beat onto 2 players. Friel, though, will immediately look to recover. The Ninja sends it down. Tries to follow through after the touch from Tora. But it will go wide. Will go high. A little bit of a cluster forming in the corner. Will finally be cleared out. Friel lets it go through to ASD. ASD just goes for the bump. No one, though, from PCC jumping on the free ball. It goes back to ASC. Blue Ninja tries to jump on it from Tora, but the fake works well. Bit of a gamble, but I feel ultimately worked out best for PCC there. Nakano, brilliant touch. Keeps it well and truly clear of the danger zone. Didn't have the boost to continue following through, but did ultimately provide a slight advantage for ASC as it came down. Real tries to recenter. Whoa, redirect from ASD. You see Blue Ninja goes for the shot, but ASD just gets there right on time and using the extra pace that was generated from what could have been a little bit of a pseudo pinch. Ball goes right through and PCC take advantage in game number 2 and are looking to even up the series. Ball's got to go high. No real team jumping it just yet. Winter keeps it low. Tora reads it easily. Back towards the center. Winter going to let it go. He's going to opt to grab some boost. Go for a long play, but ASD immediately challenges the ball. Doesn't want to give it any real chance there. For Winter to just have a bit of fun with the ball. It was a bit of a shot. A little bit lackluster. Didn't get quite the pace that you want to get when you go for those sort of hits. Perhaps not quite the touch they wanted, but the Ninja to slow it down. We'll get the beat onto 1, but we'll be demoed out for their trouble. Now Blue Ninja looking to work quickly here. Wanted to send it to Winter, but ASD again just challenges immediately. ASD has been really consistent with those challenges throughout the series. Really shutting down opportunities for ASD at every little corner. Blue Ninja slows it down. Again, ASD just goes for an immediate challenge. Is he going to fall for it? Nice direct, yet effective play. Tora slows it down. Blue Ninja will steal the ball away. Unable to get that second touch, so we'll bounce back and be cleared. Winter, good little touch. Gets almost a beat over 2 overhead. Blue Ninja, I like the thought process, but can't quite get the outcome or result that they wanted. But it creates enough chaos, and Winter evens up game number 2. Again, it's off the back of that nice little touch from Blue Ninja, which, if they had the touch right, could have possibly been a goal, but ultimately achieves what they needed and creates a decent amount of confusion, muddles up the defense. The rotations from PCC just fall out of line, and ASE use Winter to put that goal away and perhaps look to make it a clean sweep of the series if they do manage to win the overtime or get it through. This is what I'm talking about. Nice quick play. They've been trailing, but they've been disciplined the whole time, and PCC, after playing a fantastic first part, this sort of half, I guess you could say, for game number 2, have just sort of lost their composure. And now ASE starting to take more control over the series. Nakano sends it to Winter, puts another one away. It's like the pressure from a dam has been broken. The water signifies all of the goals just flowing in at this moment in time. Tora just couldn't quite get there. They had the boost, but it was a very quick play. 81 kilometers on that ball. Don't really think, even if you were reacting quite on time, you'd have the ability. You have to pre-jump it. You'd have to sort of preempt, and just reacting initially, you wouldn't have the ability to save it. Blue Ninja in the center. ASD makes the read, stops it, but doesn't quite get the clear that they need. It will recenter. Winter waiting in the wings, bounces, gets another one for ASC. And you have to feel now with 45 seconds left on the clock, it's just a formality now for ASC to take game number 2. PCC, of course, still have opportunities to get themselves back into the series. It's still not over yet. But it's pretty safe to say we might be able to close the book on game number 2. PCC, maybe get something back. It's nice to get a goal towards the end of a lost series, purely because it gives you a little bit of momentum going into the next game. We'll see what they can do here. Again, I feel they are a little bit more deflated. They don't quite have the same passion and form as they did as they initially went into it. And we'll just see it once again, another goal come the way of Blue Ninja. Ball bouncing a little loose. A little bit too easy, and Blue Ninja just strikes. 10 seconds left. ASC, I think, again, just having a bit of fun. Winter, flip reset, lets it drop. Just gonna hold possession. And ball will go down. ASC, once again, looking very strong. Winter, once again, on the top as well. Team's looking ready to get back on into the action. And who am I to deny them, right? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to deny you either. We're all here for the game. I'm not here for my face, let's be honest. Teams, again, revving to get into it. 5 members ready. Just need one more from AOC to jump into the fray, and we'll have everything complete. The stage set once again. PCC, yet to pick up a game so far in the series. They need one more. They need one to keep this series alive. Ball will be saved by Friel. Tora, looking physical, I like it. When your opponent has been just outmatching you in the mech, just challenge them in the air. Be in the position that they want to sort of play with the ball, and sometimes you can shut down the play initially, and it's pretty easy just to add a little bit of physicality into your play. Just as you're looking to rotate around, throw some bumps in there. You'd be surprised how effective it is while still not losing too much on your recovery. It's best, especially in the 3-on-3s. 2v2s is a little bit more risky if you try to look for a bump on your rotate. 4-on-3s, you do have that third man in position generally. They'll look to see what you're doing as well. Might create an advantage for the third man to then obviously go for an opportunity of the goal when they see that you've cleared the pitch. But nice chill game here, number 3. No goals just yet. Ebb and flow between the teams. No one giving away any real advantages. Both of them just feeling each other out. ASD tries to jump on what looks like a loose ball and a temporarily open goal, but the gap was closed quickly by AOC. ACD now pushes overhead. Blue Ninja will get the grab. Toro slows it down, but it will be Blue Ninja immediately, not giving a chance for any plays to be made. ASD tries to sort of knock into a Nakano, perhaps looking for a redirected play or a forced redirection of a goal, but not going to get it. Blue Ninja gets the beat onto 2. Sends it to center, not Nakano's there. ASD recovers it. Now, counter-attack on. Winter shutting it down. They've got plenty of boost. They're taking it across. Second touch. Not going to be enough. Not Nakano. The preset tries to get overhead. Will be knocked away. It was a shot for credit, but I feel it wasn't even really going to be a close one. Friel unable to make that work. Blue Ninja passes back to Not Nakano, who didn't immediately go for it. Might have been an error on my feeling, but doesn't get punished. Tora looks to go for boost. Sends it off. Going the distance will be redirected by Blue Ninja. Now tries to feed it overhead. And you can see once again, PCC, really good composure, really good form. It's just, once they let one goal go through or start to take a bit of a disadvantage in that goal score, that I feel that they lose a bit of that discipline. And ASC rises right on up. But that's the thing, AOC have been down at a deficit so far in the series. Well, not really in the series, but in game number 2, they were trailing for quite some time, and they didn't let that get to them. So, really has been their advantage in the series so far. Winter gets 3 for the presets, but we'll let it bounce on the second. Tora No boost. We'll have to let Nakano take it away. It's a center play. It's in position. Blue Ninja goes for the strike, but Friel will be the guard that keeps the ball out. The keeper, so to say. Nice touch by ASD. We'll go down to Winter. No one available in the rotate from PCC to take advantage of it. That ball's going in. And ASD just jumping in here. Yeah, they're just a little bit complacent, I feel, bringing that ball out. You can see they didn't want to steal the ball away from each other. They didn't want to send it across to anyone else and just sort of guide it out a little bit too smoothly. And ASD goes, well, if you're not going to do anything with the ball, if you're going to make it easy for me to go for an immediate challenge, I'll take it off your hands. And PCC looking to take something in the series. There's going to be a demo. Looking to clear away if possible. AFC, of course, want to close this series out now. They need to take this to overtime. They need a goal to get that effect. Blue Ninja overhead, back to Nakano. Tora rising to it. Ball will be centered, but a little bit too much pace means it will go clear. ASD knows exactly what to do here. Keep possession, get it overhead. I think they've done enough work. Winter sends it to Blue Ninja, sends it back to Winter, who's trying to keep it in play, but ASD immediately shuts it down. That's all that it'll be. And PCC keep this series alive. Just having a quick look at that score points as well. Pretty low overall. ASD, number one, of course, getting that goal, 100 points, pushing them to 354. Everyone else trailing close behind. But nonetheless, PCC might be able to ride this momentum. Might be able to push it here to a game at number 5. Or will ASC show us the form that's kept them in the lead so far? Winter knocks it up high. Friel lets it go. Bit of bump action. Wouldn't mind seeing ASC also incorporate those bumps in. I feel PCC became the more aggressive, more physical team. And that ended up netting them a win in game number 3. ASC, of course, wanted to strut their stuff, be a little bit more mechanical. They have been more mechanical throughout the series, but to be honest, that physicality is such an easy advantage and boon on through. Winter trying to pass it down to Blue Ninja, but can't quite get it. Nakano is going to keep the ball in the PCC half. But Tora will get the clear. Winter forced to save. And these more simple and direct plays from PCC when it does come through. You can see that it forces ASC to work a little harder. They do a really good job of keeping possession of the ball. But there's just a moment where they look a little shaky. There's the opportunities that PCC need, but there's no shake coming through from Nakano there. Nice little touch. Forced it in a way that Tora didn't want it to get it. And Nakano just gets to the top of it. This is what I mean by that third man waiting as a shark to jump onto it. All of the conditions were met. No one else had any boost to challenge. And Nakano, seizing that opportunity, will grant ACS or ASC the lead. Winter, very quick play. Tora will hold on to the defense. And now the real question here is will PCC fall apart again, or will they keep the discipline? I mean, at one goal, it's not that bad. You can very easily come back, but what we've found time and time again is ASC get an advantage and it just shakes the confidence a little bit. And then they can just ride that shake the rest of the way through. Opportunity. Just missing out. Field goes for another shot. ASD tries to get there, but it will be cleared. Tora keeps it up high. Friel gets the beat, but lose the ball themselves. Nakano getting physical. Takes Tora out for the preset by Winter. Tries to set it down. It's going to be enough for Blue Ninja to get the finish. Beautiful play from Winter. The preset gets the beat onto ASD. Tora unable to make use of that far post or close post position, and Creel is sort of forced to jump. It's awkward to force it out, but can't make it back in time on the rotate, and Blue Ninja knew exactly what the assessment was, what they needed to do, puts it away. What I want to give to PCC there, it wasn't really, again, a shake of confidence that forced that goal to go in, but rather the brilliance of Winter. So I'm not going to say right now that PCC have fallen apart. They've still got 2 minutes. We've seen them get the goals. We've seen them get the advantages. They know what they need to do again. They just need to take advantage of those simple, direct plays that they've been so good at finding off the back of the tech. But ASC just, I feel they've been a little bit more simple as well. I mean, again, that tech from Winter was excellent, but it didn't feel like he was trying to overplay his position. Just very simply, one flip reset, immediately gets the flick, pushes it overhead, creates the opportunity, builds a bit of comfortability for ASC to walk away with it. ASD knocks it out. Ball will go towards the center. Blue Ninja and For Real are going to compete in the air, but no real clear victor as it bounces to the corner. Nakano creates an opportunity. Winter's there in the wings, but opts not to jump onto it. Probably concerned that if they mis-executed on the attack, that the counter probably would have been too strong and maybe would have given something away, so just opted to maintain their position, maintain status quo. The status quo holds for another 40 seconds. It's a clear victory here for ASC. Winter, the preset, gets it overhead, does it all themselves. And Winter's just been brilliant this whole series. Again, a nice little flip reset, gets overhead, another flip reset, and gets the second touch there. You can see there's 3 jumps from PCC. They were being disciplined. They were trying to hold the line, but when the ball has that uptime, when you don't know if it's going to go high, be kept high or go down, you sort of kept in a limbo. A bit of a airtime purgatory. Or airtime purgatory. And unfortunately just didn't have the resources there. Not Nakano. Beautiful read. Cuts through the nonsense. You can see Blue Ninja, just a good job controlling the ball. Gets to be in with one player. Tora thought that Not Nakano couldn't make it in time, but little did they know Not Nakano could. Really good sense of urgency. Just jumps in. And I think with that now, finally, ASC have done what they needed to do. PCC, 4 goals in 10 seconds. An extremely tall order, an impossible order. As you come to the dying seconds, ASC are victorious. Again, beautiful score lines across the board there. Not Nakano, of course. And Winter out on top for the MVP. Very, very easily could say the MVP for the series. Not to take anything away from PCC, ultimately the first 2 games were still very close. And of course they were able to take one away. I think with a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of polishing, ASC is just not too far away from PCC. Definitely have an opportunity to bring it back. But with that being said, everyone, we're going to go to a quick break while we do get the next series underway. Please do not go anywhere. Thank you so much for your patience. We are back with the Australian Esports League high school competition for Rocket League. Continuing forward, we're going to Division 1. It's going to be Bishop Drop College, the BDC Blazers, up against Trinity College or the Trinity Titans. I believe the teams are almost ready to jump into it as well. They're just organizing themselves and getting everything into play. So I am super excited to jump right on into the action. I think we do have the man down meta as well as we do jump on into it. So with nothing else left for me to say, let's jump into the action. And again, it's going to be Trinity College up against Bishop Druid. BDC Blazers up against Trinity Titans. Marshall goes for a pinch onto the wall, sends it back to the corner. It's going to be Zach Bellick. We're going to hold the line as the defensive two. Bellick jumps onto the ball. Zach keeps it. Will be in BDC's half for the time being. See Ari lets it go. Harshable. Control. Send it back. To create an opportunity. We'll go towards the backboard. Touch there. We'll knock it through, but back into the waiting arms of Ari. Ari looking to send it down. Bellick jumps, but unable to get a decent hit. Now Zach, big shot. Will come on through. Harshable. Stop that goal from coming across. Big shot comes on through from Zach. Will be defended once again by Harsh. Send it through, maybe an opportunity. Tries to jump in, but Bellick will get the goal. Zach, nice quick play here. Gets the beat onto two. Harshable was in position, but ball had plenty of pace onto it. Trinity take the lead. The man down meta striking once again. Gonna slow things down now, keep things on their half. Arsenal unable to get the touch. Still let it go. Crossbones will keep the ball at play. Sends it across back to Arsenal, who slows it down. It's a bit dangerous here for the Trinity. Unable to get the touch once again. Harshable. Or Harshable. Puts that one away, but like just can't quite get that touch, and Marshall sees the opportunity, jumps onto it immediately, evens up the goal. Harsh Sable. Let's say Harsh. Harsh is the easy way to go about it. Crossbones. Back on through. Harsh. Centers it across. No one's there to jump on it. Belek lets the ball go across. Wanted to get a touch onto it to make things a bit safer when it comes to the clear out, but I'm able to make it work. Ball's open. Recovery from Zach will get the ball to safety. Harsh now looks to keep it there. Nice, good way to keep it down. Bit of a pseudo doomsy, but doesn't go the distance. Belek gives it to Ari. Ari to go. Now Harsh, bit of an open net, tries to slow it down the last second, tries to play a bit of a mind game. Ari can't quite get the touch, unable to follow through. Crossbones is there as well, but let the ball drop. Zach now, decent shot, be deflected. Crossbones getting the credit for that save. Now looks to sort of go for a flick, unable to get it. Will be easily handled by Black. Continue to go there. Ball bouncing precariously away from the goal. So close, in a very dangerous position, but not too far. Harsh tries to slow it down, but Zach comes through with a big challenge. Will send the ball back towards their half. Decent shot. It's on target, but won't find the mark. Zach now does the same thing, sends the ball overhead, passes to Balak. Balak lets the ball go past him. It's an open net. Ari just can't get there. It hits the crossbar. Not the crossbar, but one of the posts. Zach now in the air. Gets a touch off of Crossbones. Ari gets the save, but still keep it in the danger zone for the time being. We've got a minute left. Both teams very even for the time being. Phone. Let's go. Harsh gets it out. Zach trails it. Chooses to go straight for the boost and gets around the ball. Crossbone can't quite get it. It's not what you want to see happen. They had the right idea when it came to the defense, but can't quite get the touch. And as Ari tries to get the ball to a safer position, Crossbone comes down. The traitorous goal comes in. And Trinity, with 45 seconds left on the clock here, at advantage with player down. Just for a cross play, Harsh will be in position. That might even it up, and it will. I like the idea of pushing the lead, but the leg commits. Zach just can't recover. And the lead was a short one for Trinity. BDC coming right back. Ball comes down. Zach. That's Ari take control. Belex back in position. There's a bump by Monkey. But no one can capitalize from the fact that it's cleared away. Now Zach looks for a flip. Unable to get it. Flick just more of a push, really. Ball's in the air. Belex tries to get there. It's going to go down. Zach recovers quickly. Gets beat onto Crossbones, but we're going to overtime. First one of the day. Ari tries to jump onto a quick loose ball, but unable to find the touch. It's going to be centered, but Belex there. Or Belex there. Bell now trying to keep control of the ball. It's going to be centered in. Back to the corner, back on out. Zach on the attack. We're able to find the advantage, and ball's going up high. It's in a dangerous position. And Ari, realizing that, takes the ball off there, off the back of Harsh. Textbook finish coming on through, and BDC take game number 1. Look at the scoreline there. Harsh, big amount of shots there. 7. 2 goals will come on through from that. Decent amount of saves as well. Let's get the next game underway. Trinity and BDC ready to jump straight into the action. Get the games up and rolling. And here we are, ready to jump into it. And it's a close one, considering Trinity down that player. Zach and Belek fighting valiantly, but BDC for the time being will remain on top. Bit of a lackluster kickoff, nothing crazy happening. Crossbones trying to jump onto it immediately. Harsh continuing the pressure, but it will be cleared out by Zach. Ari lets it go. Shot on goal. Will be redirected out by Crossbones. Harsh looking for a center option, not to go for it. Chooses to recover instead. Ari, plenty of boosts. Push the ball out, but give it to Zach. He goes for a quick attack. Definitely some damage, but Ari get just shy of the ball, but unfortunately defense has a moment of lapse in the judgment. You can see Zach's just trying to get there, just moves too quickly, unable to reposition, and Ari sees the open net, takes advantage, puts one away, and BDC, the Blazers, are up in game number 2. Balak sends it through to Zach. Oh no, not like this. Crossbones gets the goal there pretty much for free. Yeah, it's actually Crossbones. Said Bellic, I didn't think wanted to give a soft touch, but Crossbones right over the top makes things difficult for the defense. And now with 2 goals ahead, 4 minutes left on the clock. Trinity looking to stem the bleeding now. Crossbones get its beat. Senders overhead. Nice little finish there. It's always so awkward when you're directly behind the ball in these defensive moments. You can see Zach tries to get it right. Almost does. But Crossbones was able to get that touch that little bit earlier. The dodge went forward instead of to the side, and to be honest, I probably would have dodged the exact same way as well if I was Zach, so I'm not going to take anything away from that defensive play. But BDC continue to push their lead that little bit further ahead. Harsh stop the ball there in a danger zone. Zach gets back before Ari can jump onto the action. Zach now slowing it down. Looks for a flick play, gets it. It's pretty good. It's going to be on target, but won't find the mark. Now, counter-attack from BDC. Going to be too strong. Zach's got an open net. Has to look for a center play. We'll go for it. Sends it down to Bilek, who gets there. We'll get something back for Trinity. BDC a bit slow on the recovery. See Crossbones tries to get there, but Black makes the commitment. Exactly what Trinity needs to get themselves back into the series. But it's a nice cushion still for the Blazers. 3-1, 2 goals. Now to the deficit of Trinity that they need to make up for. Zach lets it bounce. There's an opportunity for Harsh, and he's going to take it. Harsh will not be looking a gift horse in the mouth. No, no, no. Quite happily will take it. And now that 3 gold cushion is back once again for BDC. Leaving Trinity once again to make up for that deficit. Gonna have to put in a few more hard yards as I say that. Harsh gets another one. It's 5-1 now. The lead's starting to balloon for the BDC Blazers. Crossbones doing a good job to get that set up as well. Now, a bit of flash. Zach, lets the ball bounce. Crossbones, nice little pass back. But Zach will make the read, will get the defense. Doesn't want to let this lead for BDC grow anymore. They've got plenty of time. They've got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get 4 goals. But no. Crossbones able to redirect that ball as they were trying to press the attack. You can see Black thought they had a runaway, but Crossbones was able to get through, and that leaves the defense asking a few questions for Trinity. Now 6-1. Zach tries to get it overhead. Ball has to recover. Zach will make it work. Black gets the pass off back to Zach, who tries to get a beat. Ari will get it cleared. Harsh now continues the pressure. Sends it overhead, but we will have a bit of an ebb and flow that drops dead in the center of the pitch. Zach can't quite get the touch. Ari goes for a center. We're going to make it work. Black sends it across. Pull out. And now you're looking at this game. Is there a possible path to get to an overtime for Trinity? This time is starting to become a precious resource. Time goes from being your friend to your enemy in this game very quickly. And now it's even worse. Harsh find one as well. As you can see, nice little touch overhead, gets the beat. Zach just temporarily unable to go directly for the play. And it's a tough one, right? Do you go immediately into it and possibly get faked out, or do you try to watch it and fall victim to a quick play? That's exactly what happened. You can see Zach just didn't want to commit immediately to something, because if Harsh chose to slow the play down, well, you're not going to be there for the defense, but if you look to watch before you jump, Harsh immediately taking control of the extra time, makes it a Brazil, and Monkey will get another one off the back of it as well. Ari in position, just holding the line here. It's a bit of a tough one. Trinity, none of them have any boost. It's been stolen away. You can see they were trying to sort of mount a defense of some kind, but in the end, 8-1 now. It was looking very good in game number 1. There's even a moment where Trinity had a lead, but you shake out the first game jitters, you get into the flow. And Blazers, with their extra player advantages, really shown their stuff here. See now, Monkey sends it back up high. Crossbones unable to get the touch. Zach looks to make it in, and will get one back for Trinity. They're showing it's just not a complete shutout here. Zach gets a nice little extra touch, gets the ball overhead, slots it in that top left-hand corner. And that's the stuff you like to see from Trinity. A bit of fight, a bit of grit. If they can just have a bit more resilience and maybe a bit more control with that rotations between the two players, maybe they can make something happen here in game number 3. But as it stands, BDC continuing to look very pretty to take away the series. They're now 2 up. Both teams wasting no time. We can jump straight back onto the action. All of them readying right on up. And this is the moment now for Trinity to shine. Can the man down meta make this a series, take a game away if possible, or will BDC close this out with their extra player advantage in a 3-game sweep? To be honest, you know, 3-game sweep is to be expected and harsh. He gets it just by the fact that they've got that extra player, right? That's just how it goes. They're like unable to get the touch. Zach still recovering, and Harsh jumps in, puts that one away. And already a tall order being asked by Trinity. Crossbones swings and a miss. Belek gets a weak touch, so unable to get the clear that they were looking for. Harsh keeps the ball in play, sends it to the corner. Zach wants to get it out. Another soft touch from Belek will have a bit more oomph behind the second one. Ari sends it in for the cross. Crossbones is there, unable to get the touch they're looking for. Harsh keeps the play alive for the time being. Zach tries to get it clear, and they will get it. Gets the beat onto Harsh. Zach now, quick little play. Ball's overhead, maybe an opportunity. Black just can't quite get there. Harsh recovers and gets it out. Crossbones. Nice little touch. We'll send it to Harsh. Ball's going to come through. Ari tries to make another play, but can't get it. Zach looking to push an advantage of some kind. He's going to get set it in. The leg's not there. To be fair, I'm not really expecting Black to be on all of these. You kind of want to be holding back a little bit, knowing that your teammate's rotation is clear. They're going to get back if you do commit to an attack. If you do commit to the pressure. Zach slows it down. Limited boost, will have to flick it over Crossbones, but with boost available for Crossbones, they will stop 2 balls from getting through. Ari has enough of the tank to make something work here. Can't quite get the touch off the wall that they're looking for to make an aerial play work. Zach now also misses the touch. Crossbones sends it down, will slow it down. As they try to speed it up, Zach makes a play onto it. Another opportunity for BDC as they try to get to center. Ari gets there, but Balek in position will get the nice big clear. It's going to be a soft touch back towards the way of Trinity as they do send it towards BDC's half. Game's going to slow down for the time being. Ari has some boost. Will get the win, but the ball will drop loose temporarily. Pinches the wall. Sends it overhead. It's an awkward moment, but Zach does a good job to keep the ball out. Keep the hopes of Trinity alive. Again, BDC still up 1-0, but 2 minutes on the clock, 1-0. It's not too hard to get a bead onto. Zach will get it out. Ari gets the ball. Big boost, but not the best touch. Zach will continue their play, holding possession. Flick overhead is a decent cross, but will be deflected. Harsh now, brilliant little touch there. Gets the advantage and locks another one away for BDC. Just the perfect touch there. So hard to recover from that. You're kind of relying on the touch to be a little bit off there, probably force Harsh to try to get it back around the boards. They take it the whole way, but the first one's so good, immediately sends the ball directly onto target. Harsh can just air dribble that the rest of the way home. It's 1 minute, 20 seconds now. It's starting to get to that point where you're feeling that maybe Trinity's hopes are slipping away. 2 goals still possible in 1 minute. But time's not your friend at 1 minute. Time's your friend at 4 minutes. The pressure will start to mount. Overall, though, Trinity putting on an amazing third game. You have to compare it beforehand. It was 8-1 before. Now they've completely stemmed the bleeding. Actually had some decent opportunities and some chances that they've created. Obviously, they didn't come off, but real good grit. Real good resilience overall. Nothing but credit for Trinity, nothing but class in this game number 3. Zach, unable to jump on it. Harsh will have a strike on the ball, but it will go wide. Crossbones slows it down, tries to dribble it, but it will be a swing and a miss. Ball's going up. And a possible opportunity. You can see Trinity was starting to throw everything at it, but the line will be held by BDC. And thus, as the ball drops to the pitch, BDC takes the win in a clean series. Again, that extra player, just too much for Trinity to overcome. And at the same time, good consistent play overall. Harsh, definitely the MVP of that game, and possibly the series there as well. But again, credit across to Ari Monkey and, of course, to Crossbones for putting on some pretty good, decent plays there overall and netting the win. And Trinity, again, all but class. Really good holds there in game number 3, but ultimately we'll have to bow out there and give the series off to BDC. With that being said, we will get the next game underway. We'll get everything prepared for you. We're going to go to a quick break while we do get that set up, so please do not go anywhere. Hello, hello. We are back with the Australian Esports League High School competition for Rocket League. Continuing to push forward with the games. Very excited to bring to you. Looks like it's going to be Phoenix Red up against Faith Squad coming into it. Our final game for the day. I believe the players are ready to jump on into the action, so we should be able to get this one underway. And we're sending them on through now. Looks like we do have another man-down meta game coming on through. We look to see if Faith Squad can overcome the issues, the problems there as we say that. Faith Squad so quickly looking to overcome all things I could have possibly imagined. What a quick kickoff. Alpha just immediately pushes it on through. You can see the goats ready and waiting in the wings, but such quick speed, such quick movement. Gotta love that coming across, and Faith Squad might be able to overcome the number advantage. Continue to go ahead here as well. Alpha jumping on through. Do have that. This next set of move across. Chibi jumps in. Chibi, very quick play. Able to bring one back. You can see Little Prod is in position to say, you know what, run with it. You've got this. Alpha does their best to try and keep the ball out, but it will be fruitless. Phoenix Red coming in position. Continue to go forward here now. Schmolo, nice little action there, getting a bit physical. Gets the demo. Set things on up. We do have an attack though on Faith Squad. Can I be forced to defend? Faith Squad holding the line for the time being, doing a good job of recollecting some boost. Sort of licking their wounds, making sure they've got the best possible position before they do press in the attack. Alpha's in position. See if I can make something work for that. We'll have to let it go. Little Prod slows it down, doesn't go for it. Lets Alpha take it. We'll get a touch, not the best one, but continue nonetheless. Smolo sends it across. Ball goes up, it's on target. Unfortunately, Alpha just can't get around it. And Phoenix Red will put another one away. Look at that bounce. Yeah, it's an annoying one, right? You're sort of trying to get yourself behind the ball. It's a very awkward bounce. You're not on the side of your goal. And unfortunately, as it comes down, as you're trying to get into a better position, it ends up betraying you. Chibi. Quick little demo onto Alpha as we go into the next kickoff here. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Phoenix Red with the advantage, not just in numbers, but also in goals. See if Faith Squad can make something work. Again, they had such a quick kickoff, such a quick goal. You think they definitely have a few more of those tricks up their sleeves to make something work. Alpha, they go for the challenge with the Chibi. Ball's going to go overhead and drop down. Slowed down by Little Prod, who just take it from the wall and sent back towards the center. Chibi into the center in, possible. Not going to be able to find that. Ball stuck on the side of Faith Squad for the time being. Alpha takes it midfield. Will be given a bit of a bump there by Little as well, just for the time being. Big shot coming from Chibi will be blocked by Schmarlo. Alpha now in control, slows it down, gets some boost for their trouble, but the challenge will be good from the GOAT. It's looking a bit open. Schmarlo gets there first before the GOAT can jump onto the attack. Alpha now looking to press the advantage. Ball stuck in the corner. Little Prod will take their time. Go for a dribble, see if they get a flick. They do get one overhead. It's good. And Little Prod building a nice little cushion for Phoenix Red. Lovely little play there. You can just see as it goes overhead. Beautiful stuff. Schmarlo. It's the kickoff. It's looking like a bit of a setup here for Alpha. They try to make it work, but Little Prod will be in position to defend. Alpha knocks it down. It's good. Faith squad, they still have a little bit of life left in them. They're not going to take this one sitting down. Big shot coming across there. You can see Chibi just wasn't expecting such a solid shot. And when you got those ones that just so go overhead, slot in near perfectly, I mean, yeah, it hit the crossbar and bounced down, but ultimately it hit the mark. Alpha gets back, stops the ball from going in. Get it clear, the GOAT keeps it back in play. Back towards the midfield. Alpha gets the beat onto one, gets the beat onto Little Prod, sets things up, but it will go for a bit of a kiss pinch there. Right out in front of the goal and get cleared out. Schmolo lets it go through. Oh no, they've bumped each other. It's an open net. Little Prod though has too much pace on the ball. It's going to give some time for Faith Squad to recover, and they do. Now Alpha back on the attack. Using that boost. Tries to sort of go for a more of a bump play into a possible center for Schmolo. Won't make it work, but the counter attack, it's brutal. Chibi comes right back. Oh, not sure what's happening. There we go. Chibi coming down. Direct to replay. Just thought it was such a powerful counter attack. We didn't need to worry about the first few seconds of the replay. Little Prod continuing. That ball push towards it. Really good play from Alpha, looking to jump across. And Haps got that bump onto Chibi. Could have been a goal, but Chibi returns the favor. Very quickly able to recover that. You can see gets the beat immediately onto Schmolo. Schmolo maybe should have shadowed a little bit more. Might have bought some time for Alpha. Ultimately, that's not what happens. Phoenix Red currently have themselves a nice, comfortable 3-goal lead here at 5-2. And we are in the last minute of play. Alpha slows it down. Obviously go for the aerial play. Good control so far, but won't be able to get the second touch, so has to let it drop down. Chibi as they'll go at it. Again, head dribbles forward, but not the perfect control we like to see there from the top of the table. Where they can really do some incredible stuff in the air. Alpha, nice little swan. Gets it for the reset, lets it drop. Schmolo interferes a little bit with the play, but ultimately I don't think that's going to change the outcome of this game number 1. And it will be Phoenix Red walking away with it. Chibi taking away the MVP that match with 4 goals to their name. Very impressive stuff. You can see the team's ready to jump right back on into it as well. We'll get ourselves into that game. Players re-entering the pitch. And yeah, things are looking down here for Faith Squad. Yeah, you know, they are down that player as well, but overall, I think they still had a pretty decent showing. They're getting goals. I think they just need to shape up a little bit in terms of the rotational play. They really make sure that you're not pushing out too early. You have to be careful when you are playing the 2v3. You have to be mindful of whether your teammate will have enough time to recover. You don't have a third player as that backup on that rotational sheet. So it's something to just be more mindful of. You can still get opportunities. You can still create things. It just means that you have less of those opportunities to play with, which means you really need to make them stick. Speaking of which, decent play overhead, but the counter-attack is just so brutal. You can see, I mean, it looks pretty good, and I feel like, again, you can see both the players coming in, they're committing to the attack as they should. But really you need one player to sort of go, okay, it's bounced. I'm not going to be impactful as much as perhaps my counterpart is going to be in this initial play. I should rotate back just in case that counter-attack comes through. Goals like that tend to disappear. To be honest, I feel like that was the bulk of the goals that happened in game number 1. So if you get rid of them and you manage to put away your 2 goals that you've initially put in, it already changes the outcome of the match. So see how this plays out. Ball's gonna let bounce by Little, who's gonna just chill for a little bit. Perhaps draw in Fave Squad, and that's exactly what happens. We've got an open net. Chibi, too much pace on it. It's gonna have to let it bounce to the backboard. That's not what they wanted. Gives time for Fave Squad to recover, and they surely did. Now, possible counter-attack here for Fave Squad. Alpha grabs it. Good stuff from Chibi to hold the line. Good discipline. Come back, Chibi again, full boost. Nice little push overhead, sets it up for the GOAT. The GOAT won't miss. And you can just see Chibi completely understanding the assignment. Really good use of the backboard to let it go towards that far post and keep it on target. Keep it, and when I say on target, the target there was the GOAT. And of course the GOAT able just to clean it up directly afterwards after such a well-placed center. Or well-placed cross in that case. It wasn't really a center because it went to that far post, but you get the gist. Chibi wins out there, ball's gonna bounce. The GOAT just needs to pop it in, and they do. They put another one away. 3-0 scoreline as it grows. GOAT just making it work again off the back of another counter attack where ball went high, it went deep, it went long. Fave Squad have a limited amount of time to recover, and when the ball bounces the way it does on those initial attacks, and as I say that, they bring it forward, they get one back. Bit of complacency on the defense of Phoenix Red. Chibi, a soft touch. Alpha sees the positioning, jumps on it, grabs that. And now it's 3-1. And now it doesn't seem so impossible. Alpha winning out in that kickoff will steal away some boost for their trouble, but let's Chibi take control. Nice little touchback by Alpha again. Maybe an opportunity might come out of it. Alpha has to take it the whole way. Didn't quite get the middle boost there. Which is unfortunate. But still, we'll press the attack after collecting some boost. Second time round. Alpha doing a really good job of keeping it in. Shmolo now wants to press the attack. It's a good little touch from Shmolo, and Alpha's there to finish. This is what I talk about, that rotational play as well. Like, you can see that Alpha didn't commit until the last possible second when they knew, hey, Shmolo's got a beautiful little setup for me here. He could press the attack. If that didn't work out the way that it did, Alpha still had the positioning to return, and now all of a sudden, the game's been evened up with another quick kickoff here for Alpha. Ball goes high. Shmolo, lovely little kickoff. It goes high, and Alpha just senses blood in the water. The shark that goes for the strike. This kickoff not so impactful. Chibi. So we're going to miss, trying to go for a wall shot into air dribble, but unable to make it work. Alpha, that looks good, but Little Prod does a good job to keep it out. Alpha looking to go in the second time around. Really quick recovery from Little Prod to immediately catch the ball before it has a chance to be in position for another attempted shot for Alpha. Alpha slows down. Physicality now coming across from Phoenix, but Alpha just sends it back in return. You can bump, I can demo. Chibi. Clash with Little Prod. Alpha doesn't get the best bounce there. Not sure how that one happened there. Perhaps wanted to go for a shot, ended up hitting the base of the car and it dropped down. Alpha in trouble, but we'll get it out. Little Prod around the corner. Alpha gets some boosts. In position. We'll get it out for the time being, and both of the players cleared out. They need to get back and recover. This is looking very dangerous now for Fave Squad. They managed to hold the line. Good recovery. Good discipline. Chibi keeps the ball alive. This is looking good play. Gets the flip reset. Sets it up for Little Prod, who goes in, and it's going to be enough to get it over. And Chibi, beautiful control. Really needed to get that flip reset and immediately knew what to do with it. Alpha just didn't have the boost to get back and get the save, and They've Squad able to fight back, but Phoenix Red, they've got a little bit of gusto in them as well. Not to mention having that extra player on the field is just going to be what they need. Shibby stops it from being a decent center. Backboard not being the friend of They've Squad there. The GOAT gets the cross, tries to slow it down, not able to get the touch they wanted. Shibby wasn't in position. Shibby, of course, holding back, wants to defend. I mean, you've got 10 seconds left here, or almost 10 now. Finally, what a beautiful little counter attack. And if we're looking for the sign that game 2 was going to be clearly won by one of these teams, I think that's it now. 2-goal deficit with 9 goals to go. Phoenix Red cracking that one up. They'll be happy with that. I think the big key thing here, though, is it's still competitive. Only 2 goals. They've Squad making things look scary here for Phoenix Red a number of times as well. I think if there's another level behind Schmolo or Alpha, they'll be able to make that one work and see if they can bring that down. And see if that can come into position. But needless to say, another one coming across there. Chibi clearly once again the one to come out on top. As we do set things up here, possibly the next game could be the last one. Again, big advantage here coming across for Phoenix Red, but we do need to see if they're going to have Faith Squad just need to get back, re-rally, re-get themselves into position. There were definitely ways and opportunities that they had to possibly take that one out. It's just a quick little chance, so we'll have to wait and see when we can make it work. We're just waiting for the players to get ready as they do recuperate and get themselves in position. So soon we should have something underway to get into it. So you got my beautiful face, and yeah, things really beginning to heat up here. I really like what Faith Squad have brought to the table. Again, they've got the grit, they've got the resilience. They know they're at the disadvantage with that one player down, but they're putting on a really good show nonetheless. And I honestly think a few of those, again, those counterattacks, you just clean them up. You can take a game. 100%. All you need to do is just fix up that rotational play. Continue to press those advantages as they come in. Again, like that. Bam. Immediately, Alpha. Quick kickoff. Knew exactly what needed to be done. Jumped in. Gets the win. Open net there. Little Prod gets back in time, but very quick plays there coming across from Alpha to finish it on through. Just have to continue now going forward to see what the next one's going to be. Shibby. He's going to go cross goal. Just continue to move across from there. Alpha. Sends it across. The Prod will be the one to pick up the ball. I think this is the big thing again. Just that rotational play between Schmolo and Alpha needs to be what's cleaned up here. Schmolo holds position there, holds the defense. You need to keep it back there. Schmolo comes back again. Alpha is the one that rotates to get the win. Again, you just need to be constantly recovering each other. And then when you see an error, recapitalize off the back of it. You've got 4 minutes to hold the line. Alpha now rotating back. Schmolo in position. You see Schmolo doesn't have any boost, so he says, you know what? You take it. You go, right? Alpha goes back in. I'll slow it down. And unfortunately, that player advantage does play a role. You see Schmolo's in position. Knocks through. Little Prod says, hey, I'm just rotating through. And you got in my way. Knocks him straight across. Like, again, that's the advantage of going for a quick little bump through your rotation. That's literally it there. Phoenix Red able to come back and get something in return. It's in a dangerous position. Little Prod able to take advantage of it again. Chibi messing up the defensive play. Both players were very disciplined and not jumping. But the flip reset still does the job. Still throws them off center, off kilter. And little prod there to pick up the pieces. And now with everything coming across, it was looking so strong for Faith Squad at the start. You can tell that the goals are starting to come through. Phoenix Red's getting into a flow. Faith Squad might have lost a little bit of that faith. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. They've come back from this deficit before. I think they can again. They just need to re-rally. And Phoenix Red are doing such a good job of being aggressive, getting in, making it work. Pushing that momentum when they have it. Prod sends it down. Molo will get it out. Now it's going to come down again. Chibi looking for a center. Will make it work towards little prod. 3 players commit, but Alpha keeps the ball out. Maybe a counter-attack opportunity or counter-attack opportunity if possible. Alpha will be able to get the ball. Shmolo gets in position, gets a few bumps if possible, but unable to make it work. And now they have to rotate back. They have to recover to defensive positions. Alpha gets it out. Shmolo playing long, but unable to make it work. Has to come back. Alpha, great defense. Keeps Chibi out from another opportunity. Alpha has to jump in. Nice little play back. Keeps it out of the grips. Phoenix Red for the time being. Alpha playing like a man possessed at the moment. Tries to go for that jump. Molo lets it go. Oh no, Alpha can't quite get the touch. It's open net. Something had to give. The mental fortitude that you need to be playing at 100% for an extended period of time. You're moving near supersonic the whole way through. You're going pretty fast to that car. And eventually, something had to give. Little prod goes for attack. Be blocked by Alpha. Alpha regroups. Keeps that slimmer of hope alive. Beautiful counter-attack. Gets the chip over the head of Chibi. Just wasn't ready. Didn't let the fact that the ball hit the post phase them. Just plowed right through. Was able to bring it to 2-4. Swallow. Opt to go for it. Alpha gets a nice little touch there. Might be able to get a decent center. Is looking for an aerial play. Gets a flip reset, but won't be able to use it. Swans overhead. Swallow with some bump. Won't be able to make that one work. Someone needs to come back. Shmolo tries to get it through. Alpha does enough. It's 3-4. This could still come back. What a shot. Chibi just didn't have the boost to make the better play, and happens to all of us. You think you've got enough in the dead zone of your initial jump to get the boost in the direction that you want. Ends up doing a backflip instead of a forward flip, and the ball goes in. Shmolo slowing it down. In the center. Alpha gets the big boost. Holds the Ling. Has to beat Chibi. Does get the initial defense held. And as I say that, a little prod finds a gap in the defense. You can see Alpha's trying to run with the ball now. Fortunately, Alpha couldn't just make the play. Even saw it. You can see it. They realized, oh no, that ball's not going to go the way that I want it to go. I need to retrieve back to the goal. But little prod too quick. Jumps and makes it work. Big save from Alpha. Good shot from Chibi. Alpha now in control. Tries to get across the other side. Won't be able to make it work. Maybe might be able to get through. He won't be able to get that. Little prod. Nice little touch. Will go or be given to Alpha. Who now takes control. So slow things down. Can't quite get the angle they want on the initial touch, so they just often let the ball drop. Yeah, it's a tough one, right? Like, ideally, you're just so well practiced and you're so good that you know exactly the touch you need to have to take that off the ball, and then from the backboard, and then immediately follow through afterwards. Beautiful turnaround from Chibi. And I feel with that, the series is probably locked away. It's just a formality at this point. Alpha tried to get back in time, but exploded from the sheer awesomeness of Chibi just flying at him. 17 seconds on the clock. We're asking for 3 from Faith Squad, and crazier things have happened, but it's a very tall ask. It's a huge request. I don't think they're going to be able to make it. Ball gets cleared out. That's that coming across. And that's all she wrote for that one there. Phoenix Red, congratulations for taking away the last game of today. Going on back to me. Beautiful stuff all around, I honestly feel, by everyone that was contributing today. I mean, yeah, there's a few man-down metas coming across, but ultimately, all those players showed real class competing, jumping in, actually made it competitive in a number of games as well. So, that being said, everyone, it's probably time for me to close it out. I don't have any more games to show you, but before we do go, I do, of course, need to give a quick shout-out to the sponsors, and of course, that's AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide the best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. Power your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks. Push performance to the limit with the latest in gaming tech. From high-spec to precision gear, Officeworks has got what you need. And Indomie, the noodle partner made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie Migarang will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. And with that, that's pretty much it. A big thank you, of course, to all the students, teachers, players, everyone working behind the scenes on the admin and production that makes this possible. Of course, the sponsors. And do check out the AEL website. Give them some love. Check out the latest events and activations. And until then, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And thank you for watching.